All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Beefy Boys Bud Club. We're here for episode 19. Woo! One away from 20. I've got my good friends with us here, and we've got another reoccurring guest, of course. The one and only, we got Marcus.
Oh, man, like herpes, I was resurfaced.
We got Joe.
Hey.
We got Vito.
Hey, yo, what up?
And, of course, I'm Christian. Oh, derp. And let's...
Who dat?
Is that actually your catchphrase now?
That's my catchphrase. Oh,
Okay.
derp. Let's just... let's jump right into it. What are we thinking?
Well,
what are
beer
we
of the week.
thinking
Want to
about,
do beer of the week? We got beer of the week.
Ooh. Well, I can say, okay, so everybody knows the background. I can't have beer right now, but Joe, Vito, go ahead and tell us about your guys' beer of the week.
From Auburn, Washington is Incline Cider Company with the Scout Hopped Marionberry Cider. Vito, for a sip. Here's a crack. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
It's pretty good.
Is it so good you want to climb Mount Rainier? Oh, wow. You eat pussy like that?
Oh, that is pretty good.
It's what good
Tastes like
pussy sounds
Marionberries, which are raspberries for you less fancy fuckers.
What is it called? Mary's berries?
Marion.
Marionberry?
Marionberry.
Marionberry.
Like the woman's name, Marion?
Oh. Okay.
Are you recording us?
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit
All
of
right.
bonus beef. Since our fucking video camera doesn't want to record.
I think
Yeah,
we're
you
just
should
not
take a video of the
smart
video
enough.
camera not working.
Video camera.
I think I could actually get it
That's pretty
in
funny.
the frame. It's over there in the back. You guys will see it. There's a boom mic on it and Dexter, of
And a
course.
handle.
So Auburn.
Speaking
we're
of Dexter, buy your dog a t-shirt.
buy your dog a t-shirt.
Yo, my next door neighbor has two little dogs that she took out walking in a t-shirt today.
eat pussy.
I really wanted to like, hey, I sell dog t-shirts. I don't know if I want her listening to our show.
So how's your guys' drinks? Was it pretty good?
It was good. Yeah, the hint of hops is there. Oh, they included the bricks rating, so you know they fucking fancy. You familiar with the bricks rating
I don't.
from
I don't
Peach
know.
Orama at the Metropolitan Market? The higher the number, the sweeter the peach, basically.
Oh.
It's a measure of sugar content.
Oh.
It's pretty fucking sweet, and I just guzzled like half of it because it's good.
Dangerous. 6.5% cider, buddy.
It's gonna have my ass.
It says it on the fucking can.
No, I mean, give me fucking 12%.
All right.
So I got recommended a cider from work. It was like a strawberry cider. I cannot remember what it was, but it was recommended to me from a friend from work. So it's just kind of like I don't know what to say about ciders. It's hard when people recommend them to me because I just hate ciders.
Well, you're
Oh, I
keto,
despise
now, too,
and I'm
right?
also keto.
How long is
so-
that going to be going on for?
I mean, I'm gonna be keto probably until right around the trip to Cabo.
In May?
No, in April.
Oh.
So it'll be April 12th is going to be that, and I think I'm going to carb load before I even get on that airplane, a.k.a. get an El Camion burrito, shout out to the
Fettuccine
truck,
Alfredo, take a nap.
and I'm going to eat that shit. I'm going to get on the plane drunk. I'm going to land in Cabo drunk, and the rest is history. No more details.
That'll
on
be the
that.
last memory of that trip until
No
I
more
arrive
details.
back home.
Last time I drank, I blacked out in about 30 minutes. Oh wait, no, that was a different time.
Oh,
that was
jeez.
a spooky time.
That was a terrible night.
But you know what? He's got a terrific. Mark has a terrific story of adventure back home, and thank the Lord that I locked my door because he would have fucking strangled me in my sleep.
Oh, yeah. I was about to, what, Richard Ramirez? I was about to do one of those
The
on
Night
him.
Stalker?
Yeah, the Night Stalker. I was going to Night Stalk the shit out of Christian, man.
I didn't even hear it. I mean, Jackie said that you were pounding on my door. I didn't hear a single thing. I was in the bar at around 10, and I woke up in my bed around 10:30 in the
You probably got
in the
roofied,
AM.
man.
That's what I think it was. I'm flattered.
If it happens that fast and lasts that long, you probably got roofied.
I'm kind of flattered that somebody roofied me, though. I
mean, it
mean
might have
whoever
been
did
a
it, shout
mistake.
out to you. You wanted to get me in your bed. Unfortunately, it
Look
just
at that
didn't
fucking
happen.
light. That's you. That's you.
I'm just glad to have our fucking Vito laugh back. You know what? Shouts out. One prayer equals one like, or one like equals one prayer for Vito.
You know, whichever way you want to throw it.
All the prayers worked because Vito's back.
He's back.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm telling you, man. We walked into this place, the Little Red Hen, usual little spot for us. We sit down. I'm there for, I remember about 20 minutes of it, and then
And then it was all downhill.
Flatlined.
Yeah. They were pouring drinks down his gullet like he was in all sorts.
Was this some sort of
bin or
special
something
occasion
like
for you?
that.
Oh,
No,
because
It was Booge's birthday.
yeah, it was Booge's birthday.
so it wasn't
Yeah.
even. It wasn't like you were just there.
He was drinking like it was his birthday.
Yeah.
Like,
And the thing is I mean, like before we even got in there, I wasn't even like close to being drunk.
yeah.
I mean, we were shotgunning beers here, but dude, I could shotgun a 12-pack of beers and barely catch a buzz. That's why I'm so
Yeah.
fucking fat, because I have to drink so much beer to get drunk. Good job on the keto, though. I'm starting to drop those beer pounds.
Hey, shout out to Pears.
Shout out to all the bears.
To pears,
Yeah,
like the
Pears.
fruit.
Oh, that's a Rick Ross joke.
But dude, I'm telling you, it was like I was there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I was home.
Yeah.
And that was it. My jeans had
You
some
time
puke-
traveled, man.
They had
That's how
some
it
puke
happens.
residue on there, so I'm
Ooh,
assuming
classy.
somewhere around my earthly travels on my way home,
Oh yeah, dude.
I have puked on myself.
Jesus Christ.
So I left, but Mark unfortunately was left behind,
Yeah.
and that's a bad story in the middle of after a snowstorm, and Ubers and Lyfts are being pieces of shit,
Yeah.
making you wait 45 minutes for them to come 3 blocks and pick you up.
oh man, that shades of like for the pre-Uber days.
Yeah.
If you're out in the fucking Ballard, you order a cab and it's like it takes 45 minutes and then somebody else takes it. It's like, okay, it'll be another 45 fucking minutes. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Well, I
Just send me
mean-
like 10 cabs. No.
That night I was so shithoused that like I could hardly figure out, like, I'm almost spraining my ankles walking in Timberlands through the snow. And he dropped me off somewhere in residential Lake City. And I had just never seen this part of Lake City before. He dropped me off near Sandpoint Way. And I can't for the life of me remember what street I got dropped on, but because everything was covered in snow, my drunk ass got confused. And I ended up cutting through this lady's yard, and I tripped and fell. And I'm so tired and just so twisted that I was just going to accept my fate and lay there. And like 10 seconds goes by, and this lady flicks on the light in her house, and she comes out like in her robe, and she's like, Are you okay? I was like, no, I'm really drunk. She's like, oh, I can see that. I was like, yeah. She was like, well, what are you doing out here? And I was like, walking to my friend's house. She's like, you have any money? You need an Uber? I was like, yeah. She goes in, gets her phone, comes back out, and she's like, oh, well,
Wow,
you know.
what a sweetheart.
Yeah, she comes back out with her phone, says like, oh, Uber doesn't come for like 30 minutes. And I just basically asked, I was like, where's 125th and Lake City Way? And she pointed in the direction. I was like, yes, thank you. It's like, thank you for not calling the cops. I half expected this nice lady to bring out a blanket. Like she did. She came out and she wasn't even scared.
well, I mean,
A
she
drunk
probably heard you
black
fucking
dude passing
moaning
out
in
in
the
your-
front yard.
Yeah. Oh man, I was ready to not
You're
wake
in a
up
fucking,
in the morning.
You're in a cowboy hat and a jean jacket
Yeah,
and fucking Timberlands. I don't think she was threatened at all when she saw
Yeah.
you face plant in her yard.
Lone Ranger drops.
I mean, you
right
had
there.
shoes on, so
Yeah,
I just think that's funny, man. I mean, people really do get fucking sensitive about their front yards and shit.
oh yeah.
because the homeless people around here are fucking crazy.
Yeah, but he's also not homeless. I mean, if you're homeless,
If I see a drunk idiot stumble around my front yard, I'm just locking the door.
yeah. I mean, if I see some guy fucking pass out in my front yard and he's around my age, or he's around the age that I am, and he's just like, oh, I'm drunk, I need help, I'd kindly show him in the right direction and be like, all right, I can call you an Uber,
Right.
or you can walk, whichever choice you make.
Right.
But dude, what happened to you is
Did I mention
that's
that
probably
I'm?
that's how you find out people die in a snowstorm.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Did I mention to you that I was walking around for like 2 hours and my phone died?
Damn.
And apparently I called an Uber. I wake up the next morning with like 3 voicemails from the guy.
Oh, yeah.
I called an
remember
Uber
listening to
before the phone died, and then it died, and I was like, uh-oh, now I'm stuck. Didn't know what his address was, and he was already too drunk to function. And by the time I got back here, the collar to my jacket was frozen to my neck.
Oh, jeez.
And I came downstairs, and or I knocked on the door, and Jackie opens it. He's like, oh, shit.
The weird thing is I don't even know what time you left because apparently everybody was there until fucking 1 or almost 1:30. So you left after me,
I
was
couldn't find
lost that
anybody.
whole time, and then they beat you back home, and then you met up with them back here.
Like I said, walking around for 2 hours. And
That's
stuff.
Damn.
fucking insane.
That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry about that because, I mean,
Yeah, why did you leave him behind?
Oh, yeah, I can understand it.
yeah, dude, I was getting
Shit.
drug out of that place by my toes.
His mom almost had to do the soldier walk.
Your mom was
and-
there?
My mom carried me out of the bar,
Yeah, she was about to Forrest Gump that shit.
and then the
Shout
whole
out to your mom.
the
dude.
whole ride home, she's giving me a lecture like, "Oh, you have to really pace your drinking so you don't get like this." I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
Mom, don't give me a
I gotta
lecture.
get outta here.
Mom.
All I was doing was just reciting Eric Andre. Like, that was all I was doing on the way back home. And a lot of this is on video too, which is like the greatest part because I woke up not knowing what happened.
Right.
So it's like I see a lot of video from Mike and my mom, and it's literally just I'm out. Lights are on, no one's home.
Oh, yeah.
Classic case of that. Dude, speaking of almost dying, yesterday I walk into a shitstorm at work, right? Mm-hmm. Little to find out that
Oh yeah,
one of our pals, who I'm going to mention their band on the show,
fucking stuck a metal utensil into an electrical socket.
stuck a metal fucking utensil into an electrical socket.
Wow.
Blew the whole
On purpose?
yeah, trying to get it unplugged. Trying to unplug the panini grill, he stuck
Fucking moron.
a spoon in there, and it burnt like 3 holes in the spoon.
Who was it?
Gib.
That's what I thought.
And
Who
if it
thought
wouldn't
was?
have a wooden handle, it probably would have
Shocked him to death.
shocked him to death. Which he understood, and I feel bad for him because he was super embarrassed and he was very apologetic when I walked in.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, why? What the fuck is going on? He was like, I'm really sorry, ahead of time. It's about 2:00. I gotta get out of here. Bounced. He's like, by the way, I'm really sorry. And then left. And then like 20 minutes later I find out, did you hear that Gib put a metal spoon in there? So I understand where he's coming from.
God.
But I'm just glad Gib's fucking alive.
Seriously,
I'm
though.
so happy.
Crazy.
I'm so happy he's safe. But that's wild. Don't stick metal things in
The number of stupid shit that happens in that deli,
Seriously.
man.
Dude, the deli is fun
my
times.
God.
L.A. Deli. But
So-
other than that, we had a smooth run.
You know, sorry. That was, that sounds like a happy ending to that story, staying alive. Speaking of happy ending,
Smooth. That was very smooth. Smooth transition.
you like what I did
Yeah.
there?
We're just like your T-shirt. We're dipping into this subject raw.
Raw, yes. No lube.
Bob Kraft, folks.
Bob Kraft. What a pimp. Okay.
all right.
So here's
You're a
one thing that
badass,
I
Robert
read that is
Kraft.
pretty insane. I read Robert Kraft is in Florida morning of the AFC Championship
Yes.
game. Gets a happy ending, hops on his private jet, flies to Arrowhead, watches the Patriots punch their way to the Super Bowl for a second happy ending. And it fucking killed me. So if you don't know what's going on,
He was at the massage parlor for 17 minutes. He didn't even pretend he was getting a massage.
Hey, he's got to go, man.
he's on the run.
He's got places to be, I suppose.
He's got a Super Bowl to go to.
He probably does that every single day at that time, but today was one of those quickie ones. He was like, look, I need that quick little, I need to go.
Apparently, the two girls were like
up the
48 and 55. So, I mean, he's like 90, but still, that's like less creepy, I guess.
That you can keep
At least
getting
it wasn't like
21.
It wasn't like 18-year-old or 20 or whatever bullshit. Listen, it's a fucked up situation, but it's hilarious because it's the Patriots and it's Bob Kraft. But
Hey, the one thing that doesn't deflate on that team is Robert Kraft's genitalia.
But those people know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how it takes that long to figure shit out. There's another celebrity that they haven't named that was part of this. They haven't named who it was.
I mean,
but
that's
another,
what they say.
Another,
A bigger
millionaire
name.
or billionaire or whatever the fuck they are.
Oh, yeah?
There's another one, but they have not released the name yet. They haven't said. So I'm waiting to find out who it is. It's
Bet
going
you
to
it's
be
Jeff Bezos.
hilarious. Jeff Bezos'
I don't know why
dick.
he's hanging out in Jupiter, Florida.
I don't know what was going on with that whole Jeff Bezos dick pic thing, but the Amazon logo looks kind of like it, huh?
What?
He's like, here's a picture of my dick.
I didn't see that story.
Me
You
neither.
didn't know about that?
No.
Oh, somebody got a hold of his dick pic,
How?
Oh.
and he had to like buy them out to make sure they didn't publish it.
Damn.
So they were like, "Hey, we're gonna publish your little wee, your little bald head," and he was like, "No, I got money. Let's not do that. Let's not put my
your
I got money.
let's not put my pee on the
Relax.
internet.
I could pay you.
My pee make
I could give you
yogurt.
$1 billion and it wouldn't affect me. Give you $100 billion, it wouldn't affect me.
My pee make yogurt."
Oh, my God.
My pee-pee make yogurt.
I bet you that
Oh,
he
boy.
pulls his pants all the way down when he stands at the urinal. I bet
And
you
he pulls
Jeff
his shirt
Bezos.
up.
So we can see his dick.
Fucking Butters in South Park, man. Fucking 7-year-old really doesn't want to get pissed on his pants.
You think he's a two-shake guy?
No, he's a wiggle about.
One of the
Oh,
one of
he's
the
a
fucking
wiggle
one of the
about.
urinals at
He's the jumper.
at where I teach the class. It like the water comes out so fast it squirts the pee back at you.
Oh,
so you gotta like
jeez.
pee and then push the button and like run away. It's like ridiculous. It's like, why is there always pee on the floor? Like, because
Oh
the
my
fucking urinal
God.
is way too overpowered, man. It's OP. Nerf that shit.
This is gonna go down as one of our classiest.
Oh, for sure.
You know, there's a reason why Europe doesn't allow our podcast there, and it's because they're a bunch of fucking softies who can't have explicit content. Yeah. You know that if we have explicit content on iTunes, they don't publish our shit in Europe?
Really? I didn't
No
know
kidding.
that. That's really funny.
Wow.
It's because they're so, if it says explicit, they automatically remove it from their, how
Damn.
should I say it, their category or their podcast section or whatever. I read this all on Twitter because it was a big question of, are your podcasts explicit or clean? And I tweeted back to him as the Beefy Boys, and I was like, we're explicit.
Explicit, very
All right, we're
much so.
explicit
Oh,
because
yeah.
we don't want to censor shit. We don't want to censor our guests. We don't want to censor ourselves. Just because we're all a bunch of beefy fucking shit talkers,
Oh,
and here we are.
goddamn right.
You
Yeah.
know?
God damn right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but, like,
send our
whatever.
Halloween episode to Europe, see how they deal
We
with
is
that.
what we is, man.
Or our episode 7.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
one's the fucking? Is that Big Dong? Is episode
That's
7
big dog. Send that one.
Oh,
But we do have a few listeners in Mexico and in Germany who probably do get it from the website, which is awesome. So
Yeah.
our
I like
website is
that.
still boosting.
That's
and
true.
pumping away.
I guess. So just iTunes will pull it.
iTunes will pull it.
Oh,
We're
I
going
don't know
to
what
post them.
Podbean pulls it, but whatever. We
But
post it all over the place, so it's on YouTube too.
Jesus Christ, that coffee that you made is...
Is it getting you jittery,
Oh, my
bud?
God. I feel like a dragon
Getting
has
me
my
jittery,
leg
yeah.
and he's dragging me through the sky
Yeah.
right now. This shit is fucking
it's good,
crazy.
man. I liked it.
Point.
I mean, ever since I've started
Time is
this,
it 6
you know,
o'clock? I can finish this fucking cup.
ever since I've started this diet, I've been having to drink like black coffee, either with
Do you have a bottle
fucking,
opener for those, bud?
either with fucking butter or coconut
pop 'em.
oil. But today I just went straight black. just because I hadn't had any caffeine because I had a green
yes,
tea.
the old coffee with butter. My favorite breakfast.
Oh, that shit's great. That shit's fantastic.
I had a
Christ.
green tea, like an honest tea, like just green tea that I was super excited for. Thought about it all day. It was in the fridge. It was nice and cold. I put it in this here's Bobby Wagner cup, and I set it down in a spot that I said, okay, I'm not going to knock it over because I know it's here. Turned around, grabbed something, knocked it over, went all over the floor. No green tea for me, so I just had to have straight coffee.
No green tea for you.
I didn't want to fuck around with too many fucking butter coffees.
Yeah, huh? Coffee makes me feel like I need to pee, even when I don't need to.
I mean,
Well, it's a diuretic.
Literally, probably does make you have to pee.
Not to mention this 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water a day really fucking flushes my system out.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. I mean, quick update.
So Vito and I just very stealthily opened beer of the week number 2. I tried to make it make noise, but the bottle was not as satisfying as the can crack. This is the Continuous Revelation Coffee IPA from Red Hook. IPA with coffee beans in it.
That sounds good.
It's okay. Vito, thoughts? I mean, it's Red Hook.
Yeah,
so
it's
okay.
average.
It's
You can't. If I didn't tell you there was coffee in this, you probably wouldn't be able to tell.
It's a 6 out of 10.
Oh man.
Better than nothing. It's
Let
booze.
me gauge
You
that.
want to try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unremarkable.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's middle ground.
Yep.
It's not bad. But it's not.
It's just a
exceptional.
beer. It's
just
like
a beer.
just your beer.
Yep.
Now I got 2.
Kind of like when I drink my Miller Lights. Well, used to drink my Miller Lights. It's just like it's just a beer.
So did you guys
Pick it up and
see
drink it.
that Reggie Fils-Aimé retired, and the new president of Nintendo is named Doug Bowser?
Doug Bowser.
That's fucking badass.
That's great.
That's badass.
Oh,
love
he's
that.
embracing it. His
That's
like Twitter handle's like
awesome.
the real Bowser or something.
He should
you-
dress up like him.
Have you guys seen the new Pokemon game?
Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
The one that's supposed to be coming out late this year for the Switch.
Yeah, Sword and Shield.
Oh,
and Shield.
man, that looks great.
Who's your starter? Are you a Sobble fucker? That sad water lizard?
I have no idea.
You didn't watch the trailer?
I don't know what I am. I just saw a little bit of the gameplay and how the woods was all foggy and, you know, they got all the different settings. I think that's great, man. I used to play Pokemon for Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. Those were the golden years.
Dude,
man.
the red and blue and yellow.
That's OG. That's Gen 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I played the fuck out of those. And you know what's sad is those were games that we didn't like appreciate to hold on to, which is something I mean, listen, people who are older than me when those games were out obviously kept them and they know where they are.
Right.
Problem is when I had them, I was so young. My brother and I were so young, we didn't think like, oh, we got to keep this game safe.
Yeah.
Because now that shit's like $170 on fucking Amazon.
If it's
and
mint
shit.
condition, yeah.
If it's in good
For real?
condition, it's
Yeah.
ready to
Oh,
go.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I go over to Blake's
Released it
house.
so many fucking times though.
Shit
I go
is
over
real,
to
man.
Blake's house
are
for Daytona 500, and on their fucking counter, just collecting dust is the red Pokemon game.
No kidding.
Are
they're
you
like,
into
oh, yeah.
NASCAR?
Oh, I love it.
Oh my god.
Dude, I love every sport, every single sport.
I'm getting that
Here's my
from you.
problem.
but
Have
the
you watched
races
those-
are fun. The
Have you watched
races are
those
so
jelly-
fucking
Or
fun.
those marble videos I told you to watch yet?
Because I haven't. I want to though. I haven't. But the thing about like Daytona and NASCAR, the thing I love all about them is I love the tradition that they hold, and I love like the idea of getting together with all my pals and just eating good food, drinking beer, talking
Hoping
shit,
someone dies.
and watching fucking.
I mean, that's the appeal.
and watching. Yeah,
Well, and
I
all
mean,
those
it's
redneck
crazy
girls take
because
their tops off too, in the
because these
yeah.
It's like a
people
whole
like
fucking party.
these people don't know. Or the racers don't know if they are gonna finish the race alive or not.
ass, cousin.
So it's just like crazy. But I mean, I love the idea of NASCAR. I like the atmosphere of watching it with my friends. I obviously probably wouldn't watch it alone, but watching it with a whole bunch of my friends just can't beat the feeling.
Yeah.
I love it, man. It feels like a family thing. It keeps football on the back burner for me for my feels. But we're getting there, man. We're creeping up.
How's that new league doing?
Don't get him started. He'll go on a fucking another half-hour tangent.
I'll go on a tangent. I mean, I will tell you that they're doing good. You can stream all their games on their website, which is what I've been doing. I just go directly to their website and stream the game. I don't even fuck around on TV anymore, just because they're competing with too many
I saw a lot of
spots.
college basketball on today.
A lot of college basketball.
Because we got
And
cable now because
speaking
we're
of-
ours moms. So
Speaking of college basketball, what month is it?
it's March.
Oh yeah, it's
so it's
fucking March,
acceptable
baby.
to finally talk about college basketball.
Now we'll be able to talk about college basketball getting into March Madness.
They'll find a cure for that one day.
Fuck, it's the 2nd of March.
March Madness.
Man.
Yeah, March Madness is going to be.
Did that joke just fly over your head?
What'd you say?
They'll find a cure for that one day.
Oh,
I see what you did.
Shout out to R for that one.
but March Madness is going to be great. I can't wait. Zion's healthy and back in
Is
the
he gonna
rotation.
play, though?
He's going to play. Of course, he's going to play.
Is he though?
Hell yeah.
I
He
don't
made a
think he should
commitment, dude. He made a commitment. Those guys may not be getting paid, but once you make that commitment to your university and to your team, it's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying?
Half those football guys don't play in their bowl games.
Well, that's fucking dumb.
Pay
I hate to say it. I mean, it's okay.
the man. That's all I'm saying.
I don't understand why people sit out their bowl games for their teams.
Because what's the point?
Well, I mean, you do make a commitment to your school.
You get
if you
paid-
don't want
you
to,
got
if you don't want to play for your school,
They
maybe
don't.
you should, look at Nick
They
Bosa.
go to school because they have to.
But look at Nick Bosa. He decided to not play the whole season because he just decided to pursue
Yeah,
the.
he's going to be a top 5 pick.
Exactly. But he did that. He didn't ride the whole season with the team and then all of a sudden just bail out in the bowl games. Especially if you're playing a
I
significant
don't think anyone should
game.
have to work without getting paid.
Amen to that, brother.
Dude, these guys are going to go into the NFL and make more money than us four in this room have combined
I
ever.
don't care how much money you're going to possibly make in the future if you get into the NFL. If you ain't getting paid, you ain't working.
They generate millions of dollars of value for their school, and they see none of it. In fact, it's even worse because they can't go to class or study as much as they should because they have to be focusing on football all the
What are
time.
you talking about, dude? Look at UW. Look at the football players' academics, dude. Those guys are in top. They're in like the
UW
almost
is
in the
not
top in the country.
UW is not a fucking SEC powerhouse school. People don't come to UW because it's known for producing NFL talent. All right?
Are you kidding me, dude? Look at how many players in Washington are
What?
in the NFL. What? Look at how many
top
players
five-
are in
how
the
many
combine.
top 10 high school recruits do you get every year? You're not
Dude,
Alabama.
our guy
all right?
from
That's what I'm
UW
saying.
just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Danny
Which one are you
Shelton.
talking about?
Danny Shelton. Yeah.
All right, sure.
He's a Super Bowl champion.
I'm saying
I mean,
you're no,
goddamn.
all right, relax. I'm saying you're not a fucking you're not Alabama, all right?
All right.
But, dude, Washington's turnout rate for the NFL,
I'll
think about
accept
how
that.
many guys are going into the NFL. Or let's think about, like, 2016.
Yeah.
All right, when you have Sidney Jones, Kevin King, they all went.
Yeah.
Or they went, and then they also had, you have, fuck, dude, the list goes on. There's Big Will Disley,
No
but he
kidding.
wasn't 16.
Yeah.
But there's Azim Victor, there's Buda Baker. Dude, the list goes on.
Buda Baker.
And this year you're
going
going to get Ben Burke-Kirvin. You're going to get Byron Murphy Jr., who's one of the who's probably top 3 in the country of cornerbacks, but super underrated. The guy was absolutely outstanding all fucking year. And I think the Huskies are one of the biggest sleeper teams. Sure, they don't really get the exposure of playing the East Side teams as much as they should.
Yeah.
And I think the more that they're getting the experience with them, the better they're getting. Like, let's take a look at the Alabama game. They said that Alabama was going to steamroll the Huskies. Technically, you could call it a steamroll, but it was around 23-7 in that playoff game. And that was coming out from an offense of Alabama that delivered, like, the quarterback, Hearns,
That was a
or
wet
whatever
one.
the fuck his name was,
was.
from Alabama. He transferred schools now. I think he goes to Oklahoma. But anyway, he played that game. I think in the fourth quarter he had somewhere around 43 yards of passing. And that's, thank God for Alabama's defense that year because they scored a good amount of points in that game. That was a hard game to watch. But again, the Huskies flew across the country to play them. This is always the case.
A tangent. My point is pay your players.
Speaking of flying, we've been talking recently about Anthem.
Oh man, why do you want to bring
We'll talk more about
disappointments
college
up?
football.
That game is garbage.
We'll talk more about
It's a garbage game. It looks really pretty, but it's a garbage game.
Well, this was the point I was trying to get to before we were on the mic is, God, you look at all these video game trailers and you kind of romanticize how the game is going to turn out. And they give you little demos of what it's supposed to look like and whatnot. But really, in all honesty...
You go back and listen to every episode of the Beefy Boys. I said Anthem was going to be shit from the first time I fucking saw it. Okay?
Damn.
Vindicated. When was the last time BioWare did anything good? Mass Effect 2? That was 2011. That was 10 years ago.
Jesus.
Yep.
I'm not wrong.
Jesus Cristo, man.
Jesus.
That's... Dios mío, man.
Yeah, the game, the graphics are fucking incredible. I've seen the graphics.
yeah.
Graphics are beautiful. The problem is, you can have the graphics, but then what else? Where's your
So-
beef? Where's your fucking beef?
I
So
mean,
to be fair, to be
fair.
fair,
That's what we call a
With-
fart, is a beef air.
BioWare,
Derriere.
along with many other companies who are produced by EA, had to deal with
Burping it up.
God damn.
a change in infrastructure. They had to utilize. Everybody had to utilize the
Bless me.
Battlefield design engine,
Frostbite?
Frostbite,
Yeah, but the
for every
mechanics,
single game.
the shooting mechanics aren't the problem with Anthem. The problem is everything around it.
Exactly. Because everything else is something they've had to build from the base up ever since that started.
Yeah, but like having to go all the way back to your hangar every time you want to equip a new piece of loot is just a bad design decision, you know? Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, sure.
forcing the way the tombs work, where literally to
like
unlock
most
the
of
end
the
game, you
games
basically just
brought-
have to finish an achievement list. Again, is a design decision.
Most of the games that have been put out by EA recently have been garbage, and a lot of it, not all of it, can be put to the fact that they made a long-term decision to change the Frostbite, which fucked over a lot of game design in the short term.
If Mike heard us talking about this right now, he'd pimp slap all of us.
Yeah, he's heard it.
Oh, yeah.
He's
has
been
he?
here when the EA lashings have been delivered.
Oh, man.
But, obviously,
The mom's boyfriend is his name, Mike?
yeah, look, obviously, he knows who he's working for.
Yeah.
And, he's mentioned it before.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. And I think this was, like, back when I first met him. He was like, I work for, I just got a job at EA. And I was like, congratulations. I was like, that's awesome. But everybody's going to hate you now.
Did I tell you
Like,
what?
it's just an unfortunate event that everybody is going to hate you.
One of my web dev students was one of the 800 people Activision laid off 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So he lost his job and signed up for our program like 2 days before it started.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I wouldn't mind, like, getting my degree in audio engineering and then going to a video game company to work on video game audio.
Yeah.
That's something I'd love to do. And I think that is how you can get, like... that's, like, where you can use your skill to the max, especially with two things that I absolutely love.
To the max.
Audio and fucking video games. I'd love to do that. I'm keeping my eyes open, so don't be surprised if your boy goes to fucking EA to get a job after I get my degree.
Use that connection.
Hey, people got to make money.
We gotta make
Speaking
money.
of which, I'm about to hop on audio engineering as well.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm going to be a fixture in SOT and, stay on top records.
Talk shit about the Huskies all the time when I work for the fucking University of Washington. So.
It doesn't make something less shit just because you get paid by it.
So you said you were
Right.
gonna be an engineer on SOT,
Yeah, stay on top records.
and that's Bam's
Yeah.
and Bam
Bam
and
Balloon.
Darius. That's
Bam and
their.
Rock, yeah.
Bam Margera and Darius
I've
Rucker?
made that joke when I was intoxicated, and I feel like I overplayed it
Oh, that's
because my
okay.
brother and I
Hey,
called
Black
him Bam
Betty, Bam
Margera
Balloon.
every day.
I really don't think he's heard that too many times in his life. I don't think many people in Detroit are concerned
I'm
about
sorry, but if you have a name like that, you just have to
Bam
deal with it.
Margera.
We have one of our students is named Carl, and we make Walking Dead jokes at him all the time.
Oh
right?
my god.
But Bam, dude, Bam's a fucking workhorse, man. I see
a
them on
hell of a
Instagram, on
producer, yeah.
Facebook. I see him. He does his videos for Facebook to kind of
Yeah.
get you in a good mood. I love that, dude. I love somebody that actually he really cares about what he's doing.
I mean, the intuition of these guys is pretty amazing, and I really strongly encourage anybody to check out SOT Records, Stay on Top Records.
Check him out
These
on
guys
Instagram.
are incredible.
Yep, Facebook.
Insta.
Yeah, we just built
Shout
a booth. We built a booth at our residence. So
Did you do it like what was that fucking Hustle and
Hustle and
Flow
Flow.
with the McDonald's cup
Oh
holders
yeah,
and soundproofing?
oh yeah, it. No,
Dude.
we actually ordered it online, and we have all the soundproofing and
We
whatnot.
got- we gotta get
So
one
you
of
got
those for
those
us.
you got
Yeah.
those ISO booths, the ones that just kind of go right over the mic, or
Check this out. We built it out of an old God, what's that thing they go into in Narnia?
Wardrobe.
Oh,
Cupboard?
Wardrobe.
The cupboard?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So we built
Oh,
it out
yes,
of
yeah.
an old
It's a
wardrobe.
So to
Like,
record, you gotta
Literally
go,
put the
you gotta
line
hide in the closet.
Is it a lion?
Yes.
Is it a witch? Oh no,
It's
it's a
pretty
wardrobe.
great.
The Lion, the Witch, in the cupboard.
Like we literally
All right.
built it. This is pretty incredible, though, man. The way that they did it was pretty pimpish. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
because the
lie.
last time I saw your guys' setup, it was getting there.
Yeah.
You know, he's got his chair, that
Yeah,
fucking
oh, yeah.
Lamborghini chair.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, the station was
bucket
looking like it
office
was
seat.
coming together.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm excited to go and see you guys record and hang out, and then eventually get you guys to be part of the show, talk about it, and maybe all the beefy boys will go do an episode over there, set up
for
like
sure.
fucking 12 mics.
Oh, dude.
And like a
going
real
down.
soundproof, so there's no like dogs or sirens or.
There's kitties.
Vito's
little
or
kitties.
Christian's mom made an appearance on the last episode. You could hear her laughing in the background at one
Oh,
point.
jeez.
I think that was because you're reading.
It was
your
during the
sister's
poem, yeah.
And your sister said something about my fucking off-topic rants.
Oh, dear.
Thought about that one when I was going to bed on like Sunday night, like midnight. I was
Oh,
like,
she
what
cut
the
you
fuck
deep,
is she
huh?
talking about?
Cut you deep.
I
That's how
mean,
you
dude,
just told me.
yeah, man, I'm happy to hear that everything is going so well with the SOT fam.
Oh,
That's I mean, that's a lot of fun. I mean, being able to make music with your pals and being able to actually have a space to do it is something. It's something that makes you feel good.
Oh, for sure. We always got something to look forward to, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's a little something special.
You know, we're just gonna keep on powering through, man. Great announcement for everybody. So, Christian thought that I might announce the ending of days, the ending of an era, and even though it was really short-lived, it's been good. It's been nice. I'm hanging up my hat and cane and saying goodbye to Super Swipe Sundays.
The old hat and cane.
Over.
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. So
We still have Super Swipe Sundays. Now we can all participate on Blake's phone.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Is he the only one left?
he's the only
He's
one
the
left.
only
The last
one.
man standing?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm actually surprised that
He's the dingleberry out of all of us.
you were able
An
to
image.
bring
So are you guys the butt cheeks or in this analogy?
Yeah, we're all
Or are
the
you the
butt
butthole?
the dingleberries. I'm actually surprised that you were able to bring your girlfriend around our big obnoxious group of friends.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on a night of celebration.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, we go out to celebrate my mom's birthday, and my mom went home early because we went to like the Royal Unicorn.
Yeah.
And she and Mike were spooked.
Oh man.
Mike was in there for maybe 5 minutes and was like, I want to go home.
He
I don't
wants
like
to
this
go
place.
home. They don't. Oh, they don't like it.
So they left like immediately, and of
Wait,
course,
what's
Lenny's
I don't know what
stayed?
that place is. What-
oh yeah,
neither.
well, everybody who went stayed until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
except for my mom and Mike.
Well, I'm
Happy
staying
birthday,
too.
Mom! I bought you 3 shots, and you're gone. I guess I'll just take them. The Royal Unicorn
yeah.
is a Chinese restaurant turned bar at nighttime.
Yeah,
Food served till 2 a.m.
crazy waitress.
And special shout out to the man who runs the joint, Simon. Fucking rules, dude.
Yeah.
He busts his ass in there every night making food until 2 a.m.
I mean,
Dude,
they all
makes
bust
food by
their
himself.
ass.
They all do.
They all
They have
do.
a classy looking website for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's very
It's a
sophisticated,
classy
man.
place.
We talked about this before. This is a Seattle phenomenon. The Chinese restaurant / dive bar with an extremely heavy pour.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's like
my
1,000
God.
of them,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
not a thing you see other places.
The pour is beyond heavy.
I miss the Moon
it's
Temple.
You walk
That's all
into
I'm
that
saying.
place with straight legs. You come walking out of that place like you're like a deer just busted a nut, dude. You're shivering.
You
and
got the
shaking.
sticky back.
You're shivering
Oh,
at the legs
jeez.
because you can barely stand up straight because that
Yeah.
place is just a.
Oh my god.
It's
They're-
a haven for overpoured booze and shitty karaoke songs.
Dude,
and
I'm
I
telling you.
absolutely love it.
their drinks will strip the mucus from your throat, dude.
Yeah, you'll wake up in the morning with the sorest throat in your
Yeah,
life.
sounding like you're talking through a cardboard tunnel or some shit, man.
Feels like you swallowed a carrot.
Oh my. Oh my god.
That's an image. Like, all right, never
Like you
mind.
passed the cinnamon challenge.
That shit's impossible. You guys ever try and do the cinnamon challenge? I'm like, it can't be that fucking
Hell
hard.
no.
Oh god, that.
It's miserable.
It's like my mouth is the Sahara instantaneously.
It is miserable.
My mom had to like pat my back for like a half an hour one time because I don't know why, but I did something really stupid. I took a spoonful of flour when she was making pie and I ate it.
Did you think
And-
it was sugar? Or
No,
were
I
you
just
like,
I just ate straight flour, and I
Flour.
inhaled it, and I was like coughing up flour for like 10 minutes. Every time
you ever seen the videos of people pouring flour into like blow dryers or not? Yeah, like hair dryers,
Yeah.
and that shit catches on fire.
well, no shit. Jesus Christ.
So it's like,
Oh, man.
oh, it's so funny how fucking flour is everywhere. And then
yeah,
fucking flamethrower.
Oh my.
it's because they don't use talcum powder, man.
Dude,
That's what you're supposed to use, so it doesn't set on fire. Because talc is a mineral.
sometimes
For
I
what
question
purpose?
the
Like, what's the
judgments that
purpose
we
of the
had as
flour
kids.
in the hair dryer?
Because it's just funny. Can't it just be funny?
Oh, okay.
Things don't have to make sense to be
Well,
funny.
I think it's more fun using flour because then it goes on
then
fire.
yeah,
Yep.
Shit, man. No, but then it sets
fire
on
is funny.
fire,
Vito's
man.
thoughts.
Let it burn.
Oh jeez.
You're gonna end up.
So what's everybody playing right now? I'm still in Kingdom Hearts.
I'm still in Final Fantasy 14.
Kid Island 5, as Ara calls it, or Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, as it's actually known.
I've got,
I'm like halfway through it.
I'm getting Apex on hold. It's kind of like I'm coming back to it. I played it beforehand. Remember, I played it beforehand. I didn't really know what to think. I really, really fucking struggle finding a gun that I like. All the guns in that game fucking suck.
You gotta just go on Reddit. They figured it out.
They suck.
I
Every single one of them.
I haven't
can't
really
find
played
the
it.
one that I've been told to grab. I can't remember what it's called. But I had one last night that I was decently successful at. I think it was the Havoc. And I was pretty good at it. And I got 3 wins last night with my pals. Same guys that I got my wins with on Blackout.
there you go.
Shout out to Diego. Shout out to Grand Kangor. I get online. It was like midnight. Next thing I know, 3:45 in the morning. We've got 3 dubs. We've got a lot of kills. Shit was a lot. It's a blast. Playing it with 3 friends is a whole different story than playing it with 2 friends and 1 random. They do need to fix it and bring in a 4th player.
Well, I
There
think
needs
that's
to
part
be-
of the plan.
There needs to be 4 people.
It's also kind of weird that it's 60 players. Like, just make it 100 or 99. I suppose.
I really like that they lowered the volume of the fucking game. For
Did
Christ's
they
sake,
do that? I haven't played it in a while.
that game was. I was because I wear the turtle beaches when I play. that shit was blowing my fucking head off.
Yeah.
Like when you're diving down, they got that loud ass music, killing me, dude. That was a reason why I was like, no, fuck that.
That's like
Fuck that.
that's a
shit.
Kingdom Hearts problem too. Where
And you
like,
got that. You
it's
got that
crazy
girl
loud.
yelling in your ear if you're lifeline. You know.
Oh yeah.
So you're still only playing as the medic? Or
Nope. I'm a Bloodhound.
which
Yeah.
one's Bloodhound?
Bloodhound's the fucking
Tracker.
goofy
The tracker?
goggles tracker
He
guy.
sucks. I hated playing as him.
No, he rules, dude. If
He
you know how to
sucks.
use him, fucking
Maybe that
rules.
was the problem. I like the shield guy.
I like the teleporter guy. Girl.
Wraith?
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like Wraith is something that people use because she has a. I mean, we were kind of talking about this last night. She's got like such a small hitbox, dude. It's so
She's
hard
tiny?
to fucking
Oh.
kill people who are.
I like to grab a shotgun with her and then teleport behind people and just shoot them in the butt.
The Peacemaker.
works.
The
Put a bullet in
Peacemaker
their
is
ass.
a fucking
Yeah.
pain in the ass. The Peacemaker is so annoying. There's another one. The Wingman is another gun that I despise. There's a few guns in there that.
What about
one,
the man wing?
There's a one.
Or the make piecer?
There's a few. There's a few guns in there that like were one shots on me, and it really frustrated me, and it just kind of pissed me
Are you
off.
sure it wasn't just a headshot?
You sure you're not just bad at video?
I got asked that question last night. Oh, why are you so bad at video games? I'm like, I used to not be when I didn't have a fucking job.
Ooh,
I was
shots
like,
fired.
I was like,
Bam, 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 bam.
I'm like, look, I still love video games, and I'm like, I have a fucking job that mentally strips, the
Mentally and
mucus-
physically
the mucus
strips-
out of my fucking brain.
Yeah.
But now it's like I've got work, I've got school, and then I got video games, I got a girlfriend. It's like
it-
so
didn't you
many
just,
fucking
It
things.
thins the paint in your brain.
Didn't you just step down though?
I did. I did. I
So
stepped
you're
down
not
to
the
pursue.
boss man no more?
I did, and that's going to start probably in the middle of March to pursue my education a
They
lot
didn't-
more.
all right.
It's just tired of dealing with fucking
Dude.
people and their broccoli.
Yeah, it's a
cheddar
lot of
soup.
logistic
Dude,
nonsense.
they
man.
shoved fucking 5 a.m. shifts down my throat.
Yeah, I know, buddy.
You see all that?
Work problems, folks. We've got them too.
Work problems.
So
I had to stay
fucking
2 hours late on Friday. It was really
Apex is a fun game.
That's
I
an
enjoy
EA
it.
game too, though. That was not. It's so funny. I'm pretty sure that EA tried to send Apex out to die because Anthem was going to kill it, and then the exact opposite thing actually happened when they
No,
shadow
I think
dropped.
they were.
You thought they?
I think
knew?
they planned that. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think they're that smart.
Well, I think they're that smart on that kind of stuff, but actually making games in general.
But yeah, that game's a real. It's a real
When's that
blast.
Battlefield, the Battle Royale actually going to come out? Never.
I don't know. I don't have Battlefield 5.
They just got fucking. I don't know. But Battlefield is EA, right?
Yeah.
Why would they make something that is competition for their own game?
Because they're stupid. They released Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 or whatever like a week apart.
They're totally different
They're
games.
stupid.
Though.
They're both first-person shooters.
Well, yeah, but one has like fucking space ass fucking wall running shit, and the other one is the shooty game.
It was like their answer. It was like their answer to futuristic Call of Duty, and I think
the
Titanfall.
same team.
I
That's
think,
like I told
yeah, I
you,
think
yeah.
Titanfall
was
did it
fucking
better.
amazing, dude.
They did it way better than futuristic.
I never even
COD.
played it,
To
and I
buy
know it's
that
amazing.
game. It's like it's been they put it on sale all the time for like $7.
Except
Yeah,
Black
that's funny.
Black Ops 3 was fun. I think that was the better out of like the whole. You got your fucking weird suit, exoskeleton suit, whatever the fuck it is.
See, I think PlanetSide 2 did it best.
I think Black Ops 3
Mass Effect 2
in the franchise was probably the best one for the exosuits. But I love the fact that they brought it down to no more of that wall running bullshit. And I think the game is succeeding because of that. But then, of course, you always have your Call of Duty fanboys that are bitching because their exosuits are gone and they can't
Yeah, I feel.
blast out of a certain situation that would get them killed.
Has anyone played?
Yeah, I feel like that. Sorry to interrupt there,
Nope,
but
nope, nope.
yeah, I feel like that's a part of the problem with Anthem 2 is that a lot of the level design is nullified by the fact that you can fly. Like it's hard to make a good encounter using standard level design when you have flying, so you can just go like over the cliff
I mean,
or whatever.
I played the demo and I told you guys my complaints about it. And from what I've heard, like a lot of the reasons people don't like it are like it's supposed to be a BioWare game, so it has this really dense story, but like since it's forced multiplayer, half the time that shit's just getting skipped anyway because you're too far away from one of your co-op partners or whatever. So you just get teleported to them, you know? So, and again, it's supposed to be a looter shooter like Destiny, except to equip a new piece of loot, you have to dive through like 4 menu screens every time. It's obnoxious.
Yeah, so dumb.
No, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Their pee-pee make yogurt.
That's a call.
Is that the new custard shot?
Christ.
Speaking of custard
Which is
shots,
it? Is it yogurt or custard?
Gelato.
I was,
Oh my God.
You know, we sell gelato at Metropolitan
I'm not
Market.
going to be able to eat any sort of like creamy.
speaking of
pale
containing
colored
a
thing
custard
from now
shot,
on.
I had a Huskies offensive lineman come in yesterday for some pasta.
Oh yeah,
Of
did
the
you shoot
usual,
your
the
custard?
fucking usual Alfredo with chicken.
Did you try and get him on the show? Was it your boy?
It
What's
was
his
not
name?
my boy.
Nick
It
something?
was. This guy's
But
intimidating.
did you try to get him on the show anyway?
He was
Even
intimidating.
offensive lineman, he's a beefy boy.
He was like fucking like 6'7" and like probably
Yeah.
3 bills. He was intimidating.
Cool.
But it was awesome. Custard shot was contained, but I was like, you know
Good
what?
man.
Here's your 3 pounds of pasta. Have fun, pal.
How do
tell
they
your
make it
friends.
all the way up
Good
here?
luck shitting later.
What's that?
That
Stop
store
bottling
isn't
my
like
wire, bud.
near the university. There's like 1,000 way closer grocery stores. Like, do they intentionally come to the Sandpoint Metropolitan Market just to get your
Metropolitan
pasta?
Market is fancy.
It's all the
It's not. It
offensive linemen,
pretends to be
dude.
fancy.
The
I know.
successfully
I know.
pretends to be
linemen
fancy.
from the Huskies come in for our pasta.
That's so
and
weird.
the D linemen come in for
Surely
poke.
you can get other pasta somewhere. I remember the D lineman coming in for pasta or for
Yeah,
poke.
or for poke.
Because we'd see him enter the store and be like, all right, we need like 4 more pans.
Yeah.
Take their fucking 8 pounds of
That was
this
back
shit.
when like Vito, Vea, and
Oh, no, I remember.
like all those guys were coming in there for fucking pasta or not pasta, poke,
Poke.
and they would just clean it out. It's like, okay, that's fine with me. I don't want to fucking deal with this. But yeah, dude. Getting back on track. Now that we're done talking about the famous custard shot,
Gelato.
Gelato.
Frozen custard.
I do have to say, one thing about video games for me as of late is I just haven't found anything that's really caught my attention as of late.
It's
You know,
that time of year.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like anything's standing out. It doesn't seem like anything.
I don't know. I'm really,
there's nothing
really want to
brewing.
play New Dawn. It looks really hella
So
cool.
I'm still addicted to Final Fantasy 14 because it's fucking amazing, and it has a boatload of content. And there's a new expansion coming out in just a few months, so I'm loaded for like a year.
No shit.
Dude, Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's my most
crazy.
anticipated right now. Harry Potter cross Fire Emblem. You know.
What? Oh, that's
We're
crazy.
gonna. I'm calling you out,
crazy.
Vito. We're gonna start live streaming some Final Fantasy 14 gameplay.
Dude, yeah, if you
Once we
want to
get
like
the-
get yourself onto Final Fantasy in a way that we can play together,
Oh, I
fuck
can
yeah.
do that too.
Yeah.
Well, you're on PC,
Yeah,
but it's all cross anyway. It's all cross play.
it is.
Yes, it
Oh.
always has been.
Yeah,
Wait,
nice.
what platforms are you guys running?
For Final Fantasy 14,
Yeah.
I have to install it on my Mac actually. 'cause I
You,
can't.
you do PC mostly?
Oh, yeah, I do PC
For
mostly,
MMOs, yeah.
in general,
Okay.
but I also have a PlayStation
I
that
guess I could
I
get it
got
on my
recently,
PS4
like
though.
last year or so.
What do you have for PlayStation?
Red Dead.
Oh, you should totally add my gamer tag. We'll
Fuck
talk
yeah,
about
dude.
gamer tags off air
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah,
But yeah,
me too,
I don't.
yo. I'm PlayStation every day.
you got it.
I don't really play the PlayStation.
So you don't
that
answer
often,
doors
but,
with
you
your
know.
butthole like those Xbox dudes, huh?
No, what? No.
Yeah, they shove
you
the
play?
knob up their ass and.
Are you
and
a
spin.
Rocket League player?
No, I'm not a Rocket League player.
Damn it.
I just don't have the capacity for that.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
unfortunately. I'm kind of a retard when it comes to. Actually, I used to play. What was that? Disc Jam.
Really?
Yeah, I love Disc Jam, man. That was my shit.
Shit.
That was
Oh
my,
my
shit.
god, what a ridiculous game.
In all honesty, I've just been playing UFC 3 as of lately. I don't know.
One day when we figure out streaming, I'm going to have both of these and a computer player play
Yes.
me in Rocket League and see if I can beat him by 10 goals.
Oh man, dude.
I
it
have
won't
faith
be
in my
me.
abilities.
Yeah, because I'm fucking shit as all hell at Rocket League.
Right.
It's like the most confusing game for me.
I know. I find that shit hilarious. Is watching people who aren't used to ball cam or whatever try and play this game. Oh,
Like I can't even make the car like hit the ball.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Either you guys tried Fallout 76 yet?
I heard that it's garbage, but they have a plan to make it better.
Oh, they always got a plan to make it better. Fucking hell,
Yeah, by
man.
making a new
A
Fallout
different game.
That's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
bad.
No, apparently they're gonna stick with it.
Oh,
Apparently there's not
really?
gonna be a new Fallout game for a while.
Oh no, fuck no.
Yeah,
Well,
need to have-
they gotta finish
They're
Elder
gonna
Scrolls
try
6
to
or
make
whatever.
They're gonna try to make Final Fallout
Final Fallout.
Final
Fallout 76 into a good Fallout game.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
like that's their plan. They're gonna
crazy.
stick with it.
What are they
for
gonna upgrade the
fucking
map
years.
like Red Dead or something like that?
No, I mean they've got like if I don't know if anybody's seen.
I dabbled my grubby little hands in Red Dead the other day.
I don't know if anybody's
Chapter 3.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if anybody's seen
By the time
the actual like information that they put out for Fallout 76, but they had like a year plan or like 2-year plan or
I'm sure
something
they
that
do.
they just given out to, basically announced content for.
Oh, no kidding.
So
It just seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
obviously, but they're gonna stick
just
their
seems
guns
like
to
a
it,
bad
and who knows? Maybe they'll actually in like a year or so make like a good Fallout game out of that MMO, and then it'll be fun.
Can I ask why the Fallout games all have to be in the U.S.? Like, can't they like?
It's part of the appeal.
It's got that, yeah.
You
that
mean to tell me
nuclear
nowhere
waste.
It's
else in
the,
the world is supposed to get nuked? It's always just the
Well,
U.S.
no, but
getting nuked?
it's the
Well,
classic 50s
But it's
like
the
nuclear
Americana-
family.
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
the-
yeah.
Which
It's
is
like
an
that
American
whole-
thing.
that
It's
whole
a very
pastime
American
of like,
thing.
oh, we all just fucking rambled at him. I feel bad about that. But in one answer, it's got that, that 1950s, just like Vito said, that nuclear family appeal. And that shit was like back in the Cold War when everybody had their bunkers and shit. Not the 50s, but, later on in that era, well, everybody was scared of nuclear bombs to begin with. But then you have that
Who
weird
isn't?
50, you have that 50 era. Well, the difference is we're not scared of getting nuked every single fucking day.
It's literally like
not in the middle of the
tagged
Cold War,
the
yeah.
nuclear family for like the 50s era American
It's like
family.
they took the Cold War and moved it to the 50s and had the 50s atmosphere and really kind of like brought it all together. And it's like you're in a bowling alley.
So every single Fallout dates back to somewhere in the 50s.
Well, it's themed. It's themed.
Yeah, it's
The
the-
Because
idea
that's
is
why
like
they got the same
The whole
radio,
soundtrack,
the same
all that
soundtrack.
shit.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
The idea is that like
don't want to
technology
set the world
or
on fire. Then they got they got Marty
idea-
Robbins on New Vegas. Mm-hmm. Dude, to
Fallout
the
4
town
has-
of Agua
Fallout
Fria.
4 has the best soundtrack. All right, I don't
Yeah.
know where they found those fucking.
Did you say
songs.
Fallout 4?
Yeah.
Well, that's got every soundtrack from every Fallout.
That's why it's the best one.
Yeah,
And then
it's got
some.
every single one of them.
Anyways, the idea is like it's like the Cold War was way more intense, so technology ramped up super duper fast, but society never really advanced. So like it's 2022 and or yeah, whatever, 2200 and everyone still acts like it's the 1950s, but
Yeah,
they have nuclear weapons and shit.
I love it. You guys make me want to play that game again so bad.
Which one? Fallout 4
All
or
of them.
76?
All of them.
I don't know. They
Fallout
need
4.
to update their fucking engine, man.
Fallout 3
I don't have
and
any
New
faith
Vegas.
for-
But New Vegas is one of the best games ever made.
Are the
gonna
graphics
have to
good for
admit,
New Vegas? I
in
don't
front
wanna
of
go
all of
back.
No,
you guys, all
they're
of you
not.
beefy boys.
Say what?
I'm gonna have to admit that I've never played a Fallout game.
What?
You were the one that came out with the popular catchphrase of "bitches ain't shit," except for go ahead and tell me that. Go ahead. And tell me
Bitches
that.
ain't shit, but Fallout and Final Fantasy.
What?
I made that. shit.
Look at that.
I made up that
Yeah,
phrase.
come
That's
on.
catchphase of the decade, right
At
there.
work
I'm gonna take that
Catchphrase
shit
while
to
you
my
never
grave.
hopped a day
I'm
on there.
literally insane at work. So like work literally makes me go insane.
That's almost as good. That's like almost as powerful as a catchphrase to me. Is all you need is a chip in a chair.
Yeah.
It's like it. That's it. And if
That's all
you don't
need.
know,
It's a chip in a chair.
That's
It's
all
a
you
chip
need
in a
is a
chair.
chip in
All
a
you need
chair.
is a chip in a chair. Oh.
and if you don't know what that means,
I don't know what it means either.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
a chip in a chair, dude.
Off
All
the
you need
rails.
is a chip. All you need.
All
is a
you
chip
need
and a
is
chip.
love.
All the real heads will know that one.
Yeah, we're gonna get a copyright strike by the Beatles, man.
Poker heads.
Hey, it was like 2 seconds.
You sound too on brand.
What's the
Plus,
speed limit
I'm
on
not that
Highway
on tone.
69? Doesn't have one. You just get there lickety split.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have me a pee break.
Like they split,
Have you
split,
been practicing
split.
your yoga? Because that joke was a stretch. All right, we are fucking off the rail.
Goofballs, man.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have a topic to talk about?
So, yeah. You know what? We do have like a guest mention from our friend Ryan Lee, the Tall Boy. You know, Tall Boys. We're gonna work them into our routine here as soon as we can figure out how to get that taken care of.
Yeah, how to get
But
their asses on the show. They just gotta
here.
show
They're
up.
going
you
to
talking
be.
about?
They're
Calling them out. They gotta
The
show
Tall
up.
Boys are going to be our UFC analists, the guys who are good at UFC because
At anal?
unfortunately none of us in here, probably Mark, but none of us in here at the moment is pretty well informed on UFC. But apparently tonight is a pretty stacked night. And,
If I could cut you off real fast, Vito wasn't sure what the difference between UFC and professional wrestling was.
It's not the difference. It's that I literally had no information on what they were going to talk about in general. And I didn't know what UFC stood for.
Oh.
And so I was just like, I think it's wrestling or fighting or some shit.
So he was kind enough to message me a full notepad of notes for these fights, and he said the card is stacked to begin with, and then the most interesting fights of the night are going to be Jeremy Stevens and the Shaolin of Dagestan, Zabit Mogamed. I can't pronounce this. Fuck, dude. Mogamed Shirapov.
Here, let me see that shit.
Holy fuck.
Let me
I
see that
cannot
shit.
read
Of course,
that last
the-
name.
Let me see that shit.
Jabbit
Mark
of
just took my phone.
jabronis or whatever the fuck you just
Gomez
said.
Sharapov.
Yep, that
There you go.
name.
Oh,
So Stevens,
Tyron Woodley. That's gonna be a good fight.
yeah, Tyron Woodley and Kamaru Usman, and then you got John Jones versus Anthony Lionheart Smith tonight. This is the bill.
no.
And
We need to.
so Stevens is a hard hitter looking to give Zabit his first loss in the UFC. Zabit is a freak whose very unorthodox fighting style is tough for anyone to handle. This will be one of the most exciting and dynamic fights of the night. Best of all, this is free on ESPN prelims.
Oh.
That's
Do
fun.
you have that?
So our dog is very aggressively scratching himself right now. No one's knocking at your door if that's
Oh,
coming
Jesus.
through. I'm not even sure if it's coming through, but
You almost knocked that shit over. And then the Tyron Woodley and Kamaru Usman for the 170-pound championship. We have champ Tyron Woodley versus number one contender Kamaru Usman. Both fighters are top fight wrestlers with strong pedigrees. Look for this match to stay on the feet through as both fighters want to hurt each other. And then, does Kamaru have what it takes to beat the speed, power, and intelligence that Tyron Woodley possesses?
That's gonna be a really, really difficult fight for him. Tyron Woodley is just a fucking savage. That's all I'm gonna say. That guy's a
Okay.
killer.
And see, you know a
He's
little
a
bit more
killer.
about UFC than we do. And I'm sorry if this all sounds scripted because it is.
it is scripted.
Because I have no idea what
That guy
I'm
can
talking
throw
about.
a hook in the blink of an eye.
But I'm
like-
very happy to inform that we can start giving UFC information out there to people who do care. I feel like it's a sport that we should definitely talk about.
Yes.
So then you got John Jones versus Anthony Lionheart Smith.
Oh my god.
And
That's a custard shot
That's a
right
custard
there. Oh my
shot.
god.
so
John
Mr.
Jones.
Picogram himself is back once again to defend his 205-pound championship against game opponent Anthony Smith.
Why are they still giving him shit about that?
On paper, this looks like an easy fight for Jones. Vegas has Jones as an overwhelming negative 950 favorite. But don't sleep on Anthony Smith. Smith has made a name recently for knocking out legends such as Shogun Rua and big stars like Volkan Ozdemir. I have a feeling that the fight gods have something special in store for Jones. I'm taking Smith for the win. This is from Ryan Lee, our friend from work.
Oh,
Honorable mentions, he said, is Ben Askren versus Robbie Lawler, Classic Striker versus Grappler,
oh yeah.
and Cody Garbrandt and Pedro Munhoz. Don't blink. These 135-pounders are a bang. So, again, we're going to get a little bit more informed on the UFC. And remember that we'll probably have the Tall Boys come on for about 15, 20 minutes, talk about this with us in a sports category. So that way it doesn't seem scripted like I'm reading it from my phone like I just was. Mm-hmm. But he provided me with some great notes. I will say that. Those were some fucking terrific notes.
Now, Christian, I think we need to catch a little piece of that fight tonight. At least John Jones.
We'll see if we can. I mean, I'm not sure where we can or can't. But
I thought they said it was free or whatever.
Ah. Well, you're talking about... Well, the prelims are free. That's what you're talking about. Prelims are free. You got to get, like, the actual fight.
That's where you'll see, like...
But we could probably go... We could probably find a... I figure a bar would probably have the fight. You know?
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason why they wouldn't. But, dudes, I gotta bring in an honorable mention to one of my absolute favorite artists right now. And this is like something that you guys heard me listening to when you guys walked in through the door. I was listening to his NPR Tiny Desk session.
Oh, my man.
Our man, Sturgill Simpson.
Love you, boy.
This guy is probably one of the most unique country, folk, psychedelic singers I've ever heard. His band is terrific, and his music is just a blast to listen to.
If you spend all your money on weed and pills, you're down to love him.
And it's funny because he talks about on his
all my money
NPR
on whiskeys and beers.
on his NPR Tiny Desk, he's about to play
Now I'm
Turtles
returning
all the
with
way
Golden
down.
Great Store. We'll play the Wild Rover and no never no more.
Oh, my
no
man.
way, never. No, I never know. I have no Irish drinking song fans around here.
No, Irish drink.
Play the Wild Rover.
Where is me shirt? Me
no
Muffin
more.
Lovin' shirt.
Anyways.
It's all sold for beer and tobacco.
But he's getting ready to play his Turtles all the way down. And obviously, journalists are kind of fucking dumb when it comes to listening to music. They don't listen to it. They just kind of half-ass it and wing it and guess most of the time. And he's funny because he says that...
Fired. Damn.
It's funny. Well, I mean, if you think about it, people like... Or like... Journalists like Double XL... Those guys don't listen to any of the fucking music that they're reporting on.
Right.
And, I mean, like Mick Jenkins called them out a couple years ago. I think Mick Jenkins put out a song that was like all talking shit.
No kidding.
And Double XL just puts out some fucking bullshit ass caption that's like, "Oh, listen to Mick Jenkins' new song. All he wants to do is spread the love," which is the title of his project. And he was like, "You guys can't just take the title of my project and assume that's what I'm talking about in the fucking single that I released."
Right.
He's like, "You guys aren't listening to my music. You guys are dumb pieces of shit." And it's like, yeah, you know what? I agree, because these guys they do it all the time. So they did that to Sturgill. Like, nobody could guess what his song was about because they didn't fucking listen to it. Obviously,
Wow.
if you hear Turtles all the way down,
Yeah.
you know what it's about.
Yes.
It's all about fucking drugs.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about turtles.
Save the turtles, man.
But the
like
Tiny
turtles.
Desk
I
is
love turtles.
the Tiny Desk is great. I really recommend checking that out if you're a first time listener, and then get more involved with his band because they just play great music.
Yeah.
They do some covers of some songs. They do the song.
Curfew.
What?
What's your curfew?
7-ish.
Oh, okay. It's 6:55.
The usual.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I mean, we've already got an hour.
we're gonna
wrapping
I mean,
up.
we're gonna talk about Sturgill here for a second, and then I got some.
I was trying to ask you off mic, you knucklehead. Whatever.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
People on the show can know I'm whipped.
that's it.
I mean, I didn't want to cut off him.
Oh,
Right.
I
yeah.
just
Sorry
wasn't
about that,
paying
guys.
attention.
Shit, whipped like custard.
Oh my god.
My favorite part about his music is you could compare him, like the way he sounds, like his voice, it kind of brings back that Waylon Jennings feel.
Oh, it sure does.
But the one thing I love about Sturgill Simpson is he has his own. He's his own like feel. He's his own music, and there's no comparing him to anybody else for me.
Yeah.
I think I compare Sturgill Simpson to Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill Simpson is one of a kind,
Because he just sounds, he's got his own way of doing his sound, and he really makes it work.
You know what
I love his covers. He covers In Bloom from Nirvana.
Oh.
That's a great song. And then he does the song The Promise. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
I love that his music is it's honest and it's deep. Like I love that song "Living the Dream," man. Just when he says, son, if you ain't having fun, wait a little while. Mama thinks mercy's overrated. Yeah, like
And-
it's a beautiful quote, man. Like he cuts you. He cuts you deep.
One of my favorite songs
He
is
grows on you.
You Can Have the Crown.
Oh yeah, call me
That
King
one's-
Turd up here on Shit Mountain.
If you want it, you can have the crown.
Want it, you can have it.
Really check out this guy's music because it's unbelievable. He started around 2013-ish. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if he's working on a new project because he's not on tour now. So I'm wondering if he's busy in the studio making a new project to release to us and then going on tour because I know the second he announces it, I will be partaking in the parlay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I mentioned
Parlay
before
King?
that Culture Wall's got his own. Culture Wall has his own feel.
Yeah.
Like you could compare Culture Wall to like older folk singers just because of the storytelling aspects of his music.
Right.
But when you really think about it, there's not really like a 24-year-old country folk singer like Culture Wall. He's just got his own sound.
Absolutely.
I love that. I mean, I love the underground country music. That's it. It's weird that country has like an underground, but it's fucking awesome, dude.
It's like
When you really get into like the rabbit hole of country music, you find all of this incredible talent, and you start seeing them on YouTube and on you catch them on Spotify. They're so talented.
Oh my God.
and I love it.
I just remembered. Speaking of Spotify,
Jesus, you
Whoa.
scared the piss out of me. Boy. God.
you can't move abruptly like that, man, and be as big as you are.
speaking
dude.
of
Make me feel
Spotify,
uneasy.
I've got some news for you folks.
Yeah.
What's going on?
On
Lay it me.
Spotify, they did a statistics recently of the fans that go back to the same artists the most often, or basically the most loyal listeners.
Uh-huh.
And metal was like 2 tiers above pop as the top loyal listeners on
Oh yeah,
Spotify.
you missed it. You
kidding.
missed it last week when we dabbled into the Scandinavian black metal. It's all that
Yeah.
spooky shit.
The biopic or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking
There you
about
go.
that shit that sounds like it's recorded in somebody's garage.
Yo, speaking of
You're just like,
speaking
what
of
the fuck is going on? But I love it.
speaking of metal and earlier Nirvana covers, Avatar does a really good Nirvana cover of what's that song?
In Bloom.
No, not the same song, but it's
Sliver.
what?
Was a Nirvana song.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but
I'm just naming Nirvana songs.
I'm assuming it's one of their more like
it's
hype beast.
fuck. What's that one we sing and like replace my name at work?
Oh,
In the Way or whatever?
Oh, Vito in the way. Yeah.
Something's in the way. They do like a really creepy version of it. It's amazing. Something's in the way.
I don't know. That song
Yeah, it's like super creepy.
makes me want to use a toenail shotgun.
No, it's like a really good cover though.
Well, no,
sure.
I know. I mean, I'm sure.
The cover is really good.
But that
I've actually
song is,
never
like, so-
listened to the original.
The song is so fucking in the dark. I mean, even like a flashlight couldn't brighten that song up. What I have planned, and this is something that I'm really excited to announce. As you know, I make a lot of announcements for myself on here. A lot of it's for like my personal fitness or whatever. But now it's something that this is something I've been really thinking about. Something I've been planning really hard. And
What it do?
So it's a project of mine that's going to be a country western CD or not CD, but like project. It's gonna be about 4 or 5 songs of my own original, all played, recorded, mixed, mastered, all by myself.
Let me know.
Shit.
Let me know
If I need trumpet,
if you need some Lone Ranger ass
Need some of
trumpet
that
shit.
Trumpet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
because I know you and Mark both play trumpet.
Because I play trumpet,
You could get the stereo trumpet.
and I really need to
yeah.
fucking practice and have
Right.
have an excuse to play.
I mean, I would love to get as experimental as I possibly can. I'm teaching myself how to play the guitar. I'm teaching myself how to play the bass. And then I'm going to have to get like a quarter of my drum set back. Just going to be like a snare, a hi-hat, a crash cymbal, a bass drum, and one tom. So just go with the generic wire brush drums. I've already got it all planned out. But the cool thing about this was, I've been talking about it as of recently at work, and people have given me a little bit of a project to work on to give me more practice on writing country songs. People want me to start writing like nursery rhymes about people that I work with. So I was starting last night. I was just kind of wheeling through ideas, it's like I know this man Sam. He'd watch the line for a bottle of wine. But I mean, I'm getting there.
You're writing limericks?
Some bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'd watch the line for a bottle of wine, and then one day he took the Tito's. Just shit like that. I'm just kind of building around that, and it's fun to give me a project that I can like come home, fucking bullshit with on a notepad, and just write stupid rhymes that of like make up stories for people that I don't know, fucking
Everyday
people
folk.
I know. Fucking
So
everybody
you want
I know.
to
Make a
be like the
fucking-
new Vivi, basically.
Well, okay. Quick shout out to Vivi. I know she's a listener,
She's a big
but
fan, yeah.
that rap song,
I see those spikes on the sound.
though,
Yeah.
Jack and
What, that rap
Jill.
song is catchy, yo.
that thing
Don't
stuck in
act
my
like you
head.
don't still know the lyrics.
That shit stuck in my head
You still know the lyrics?
for a decade.
Holy shit, dude.
No, I do not know the lyrics. It's like this deli rap is, I don't know. Yo, yo.
I still know the
Jill,
fucking
man,
lyrics.
I'm here.
How did it start again?
It was look at me now, I suck at rapping, but look at my case, and you know that I ain't slacking, and I walk into the deli like, hey, what's crack-a-lacking? That's all I remember.
Wow. You fucking remember a lot more than I.
catchy.
Fuck. Watch, she's gonna get signed.
She also rewrote Hey Jude as Hey John.
Hey, John.
Hey John, you
Nice.
are our boss. I have to ask you about my vacation.
I've been writing a song about a feller named John. It's Engine John.
Engine John,
Yep,
yeah.
Engine John.
I took a little time to read over it. I think it's great.
I've got like a little, like tiny little quarter piece of it written, but that's something that's going to be a special project of mine. I'm going to have about 4 songs on there that are all of my originals, and then I'm probably going to have 2 songs that are covers. So I'm probably going to do Loving Her Was Easier by Chris Christopherson and My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys from Willie Nelson.
Now, are you gonna put Another Man's Whiskey on there, or
Another Man's Whiskey is something that I really need to
Work on.
focus and work on because I've been thinking about that song for months.
Let me at least write one verse in it.
I don't care. You can.
Let me write one verse in
I don't
there.
care. You
and,
can
yeah.
write it. Give it to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, dude.
You and I can
Yo,
even
Christian.
collab, sir.
That
Yo,
Swamp
Christian.
Man
Yes, sir.
goon.
I think you need to hit me up whenever you do
For your trumpet?
But in general, honestly, for anything you do musically that you wouldn't mind involving me in.
Of course.
Just because
I want to involve as many people as I can. When I say it's a solo
I think
project,
it'd be
I just pretty much
but I mean
mean,
like in general, just because like I think it'd be really fun
yeah.
and like honestly any excuse to do something musically because like I'm really starving in that area right now.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Well-
We're all starving musicians.
Like I said.
Well, I
you-
mean, I'm starving of music rather than like starving.
And
you
the
allergic to cats?
Maybe I'm not sure. Like, there's a couple of farm cats that my
Oh, fuck
My-
it. We'll get an EpiPen. Why don't you come on over?
But yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, just hit me
He's
up.
allergic to cats.
We'll trade.
Yeah.
You allergic to cats?
He is.
Yeah, he
But
comes over.
I come over.
We'll
He comes
we'll
over.
trade all our informations and shit and figure it out.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I'd love to get together and just work on music. I don't care what the fuck.
Like I
we
know
do.
we're talking about a podcast right now, and we're not like, and we're just like shit in the shoot to each other. But you know,
We're shooting the shit.
Yeah, we should probably rap.
Speaking of, we'll wrap it up here. But I just wanted to give out that announcement. Something that it's special to me. Something that's really going to be
yes sir.
kind of taking up a lot of time on my hands, and I'm really excited for. And I'm excited to be part of that journey, and then still have the Beefy Boys, and just everything in my life is just seeming to go the right fucking way, and it makes me feel great. Fuck yeah, you guys! Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. We love you here at the Beefy Boys. Again, I'm joined here with our very special guest, Marq. Marq, you are always welcome here, my friend. We love to have you on the show.
I love you, motherfuckers.
And, of course, we've got Joe.
Yo.
We've got Vito. And you've got Christian. Ooh, signing out.
Whoa, bud. We got our plugs.
Oh, fuck.
Don't skip plugs.
All right, signing out after the plugs.
Hold your horses.
Joe,
You
go
can
ahead.
find us on the website at beefyboys.com. We are on Twitter at beefy_boys, Instagram at beefyboysbudclub, facebook.com/beefyboys. And then look for us on YouTube as the Beefy Boys. We just got a fancy new 4K camera. Going to start uploading. I mean, we're already on YouTube, but it's just our album cover and then our 90-minute unedited podcast. So if that's your style, go for it.
Christian running naked down the field.
I don't know about all that. I don't want to get a takedown on our first ever real video. But. And then I got to give a shout out, big listener. Both my sisters have started their own podcast.
Oh, no kidding.
Known as the Deer Feet. Go ahead, give them a listen, but give us a rating, and you don't have to rate them. The sibling rivalry is real. Yeah, that's our last name in German. Literally translates to Deerfoot. So their podcast is called Deer Feet.
So what is their podcast about?
Dear
They've only done one episode. It's just like hanging out. Their first episode was about movies. Their next episode is about online dating.
Oh,
So just whatever.
there's going to be a sick-ass crossover here eventually.
yeah, Super Swipe Sundays.
Sundays. The crossover. Super Swipe Sundays, the movie, the crossover.
I mean,
right.
when they're out here for my wedding, they'll be on our show. We can be on their show, although they are non-explicit. So I don't know how we're gonna fucking make that work.
I think we'll make it work. I think we can not cuss for a little bit. We'll see. We make the YouTube standard of about 45
30
seconds sometimes. I
seconds.
think we can do it. With that being said, we are signing out. Enjoy your evenings.
Good night, Coach.